So I've been looking into the impact that enterprise education has on the pupils here at the school, and also looking at the impact that young enterprise has on the pupils. So I've specifically been looking at year 7 we did a Dragon's Den portfolio where they had to create a business, and then year 10 who completed the Young Enterprise Challenge.
What for you has been the best thing about working on this project?
For me, kind of professionally, because it's an area I want to have a big interest in, and from this September we'll be offering the BTEC Level 3 in the 6th form for business studies. So we don't currently offer business studies or enterprise in the school at all. So I came back off maternity leave in September, started to implement it all. So for September we've got a 6th form course running, and we're also going to set up an enterprise centre within the 6th form to become an entity of itself and be kind of a business within the school. So that's been the outcomes of the year, kind of working, watching the kids develop, looking at how we can develop enterprise as a whole in the school. We've been running business breakfasts, we've got business links involved now as well to become a business within the school as an enterprise centre.
What impact has there been on your teaching?
For me, it's made me kind of evaluate the questions I ask some of the kids sometimes, been more open with the questions I ask in all of my lessons, and not just assuming that they know the answer or assuming the answer I'm going to get. And I think it's just made me reflect more on how I go about everyday learning, and putting into even normal IT lessons, putting in an enterprise or a business and referring everything back to the markets at the moment. So I think it's, for me, it's just, widened everything and made me think more about my teaching in general.
What's been the most challenging thing about doing this?
trying to fit everything into one, and trying to kind of just have the time to sit down and work on the research and kind of forget about everything else, as well as trying to mark and write reports and everything else that goes with it, trying to have set times to do that. And I've tried to do it by using the same time each week. So if I've had a PPA, so on a Monday, I've used that one lesson each week to actually just think about research, and then it's not going into everything else.
What's your top tip for someone else?
Take it on, but do it on an area you're interested in, because otherwise I think, or something you see a gap in the school, because then you've got a personal interest in it. Rather than just randomly picking a topic, do it related to your curriculum area and make it interesting for you. Because I think if I'd done it on something and I thought, oh well, I think I'm a bit interested in it, I wouldn't have followed it through, and I'd have probably given up. But because I'm interested in it, I could see the momentum it's having and the impact it's having on the kids. It makes you want to keep going, because you know you can deliver better.
How will you use the findings of this project?
With writing the new Key Stage 5 qualification and putting all that into it, I can use bits from the research and actually add them in, and then add them into the Enterprise Centre and develop the Key Stage 3 and 4 curriculum round what I've learnt as well, and put actually the passion back into it for the kids,
Has being involved in this research project had an impact on your students?
I think so, I think they like the fact that their opinions have been taken into account, and they like the fact that it wasn't just, oh, here's a one-day project, here's an 8-week project you're going to do and there's going to be no outcome out of it. Actually, by letting them do the project and then giving them the incentives, so giving them the money, letting them do that, and then choosing the 30 and actually focusing on what they got out of it. And then in the focus group it became more apparent that actually when they started they didn't really know what enterprise was, and at the end of the 8 weeks for the year 7s they were like, I get it now, I get this, can we do more of it, can we have this involved, we'd like to do this in this way. So taking on their opinions and building that into the future curriculum for them.